So my name's Lance Christensen. I actually hail from Northern California. I've been in Wheatland. It's small. My wife and I have a small farm up there. We have 7 chickens, 2 barn cats, and 5 kids. I love my kids. And they've all been through the public school system. And what we found is that just this last week, 2/3 of our kids can't do math. 50% of our kids can't read. And California ranks 50th in the nation in literacy. 50th, not 49th, not 48th, 50th. And why is that? The richest state in the nation, $128.6 billion we're spending this year on education, $23,000 per pupil. Are your kids right here getting a $23,000 a year education? They're not. And so the Superintendent of Public Instruction is the top education official in California. It's a constitutional office. It's a nonpartisan office. I'm a conservative family man. But we don't run with a D or an R behind my name. So the opportunity to be elected is very real. Right now we have a superintendent who's abdicated his authority. He's turned over all of the reins to the California Teachers Association. And that's why our kids are failing. And so if I were to become superintendent of public instruction, I'd hire a chief parent advocate day one. Somebody who would actually listen to you, the domestic terrorists in this audience. I'm sorry, parents. That's what I meant. And the mama bears, right? That's day one. Day two is we have a conversation about having a kid's first audit of the education code, the budget, and the department. When's that been done for a long time? I don't think it has. And then number 3, it's time for a come to Jesus moment with the local school board trustees. Let's have a conversation. How can we empower the locals better so the state is not constantly in your classroom? So those are the top 3 things, but there's lots to talk about for sure.
I mean, we all know the ills, or we've seen the news of how bad public education can be in California. Is it a case of, can you actually reform it, or does it have to be just like completely torn down? Or is there a chance to even save it? Is it on life support at this point?
Well, I last year was one of the principal proponents and actually drafters of the school choice initiative that would have created education savings accounts for all of our kids so that the parent can make a decision about where their kids should go to school. So can and should we do reform? Yes. But you need somebody at the top, really, to just at least be at the bully pulpit. Talk about the things, the corrupt curriculum that we have, the absence of discipline in our classrooms, the fact that a lot of people send their kids, they don't feel they're safe. But they haven't had that in the Department of Education or as a superintendent for decades. And so I intend to go there every single day to fight for these kids, to fight for parents, and to fight for teachers who don't want to be strangled by their union.